episode 4 of the Orchestra concept series, integration jobs. This is probably our biggest departure from a tool like Airflow, because what we've seen is, of course, in workflow orchestrators, you can write any code that you want, and you can therefore trigger any task. However, many data teams end up triggering the same types of task. So every single task is an integration job, and every single integration job can be used as a task. An integration job is basically a larger set of operations that you can run in Orchestra. An integration job for a specific integration is obviously determined by what that integration is. So if we take Airbyte as an example, Airbyte is a tool for syncing data from one place to another, or maybe moving data. Let's call it, because they do reverse ELT as well. If we go to build a new pipeline, when you add a task, you can see that there's a list of integration jobs. These will all execute as tasks, but you can kind of think of them as templates or plugins in Airflow, right? And if you're unsure as to what something does, you can click into it, and then it'll say exactly what you're doing. We also have these in the docs. So if we take the dbt Cloud example, we can see that if you have a dbt Cloud integration and a working dbt Cloud connection, then we can run a dbt Cloud run job. Here we have the description. This job triggers a connector using this endpoint, but it's actually so much more, because if you saw my last episode, you'll realize that every single Orchestra task also has, monitoring, metadata extraction, metadata cleaning, and end-to-end lineage kind of built into it. So that nice feature functionality, we kind of say, is in a task, and then the sort of integration run job is basically just triggering and monitoring a job. So yeah, that's what an integration job is. You can see we've got quite a few. The only thing to kind of mention is these are incredibly versatile. So take Snowflake run query. This executes a SQL statement. Of course, in Snowflake, pretty much everything is a SQL statement. So with this one task, you can basically manage your entire Snowflake environment from Orchestra if you wanted to. There are a couple of nice features in some of these, so you can sort of make the query box bigger. But you can also run something as a data quality test. Just have to tick a box, which is pretty powerful, because if you don't want to do a PR into your dbt repo, this is a lot quicker, a bit more convenient. And you can also do things like execute pipelines in Azure Data Factory. Everybody knows that you can actually build an entire data stack using Azure Data Factory. You can also trigger a Databricks workbook. Again, like in that case, you're triggering yourself executing Python, so that's quite powerful. And of course, if you have something which isn't too long running, that kind of has a synchronous endpoint available to it, you can just trigger it using HTTP. So sure, you can't execute arbitrary Python code in here yet, but you can do quite a lot of stuff depending on what tools you use. But yeah, that's a quick summary of integration jobs.